Hello again, and welcome to the Culinary Kitchen. My name is Chef Jason Champagne. I'm chef owner of Native Chef LLC, and first of all, I want to thank the Muscogee Nation of Oklahoma for this opportunity to present to your community, and thank you for watching. Today we're going to be doing a really easy recipe. It's wild and white rice PIlaf with fresh diced yellow squash and fresh blueberries and cranberries. It's a really easy side dish. What's nice about it is that it's 1/4 wild rice and 3/4 white rice. So if you're someone who possibly gets a lot of commodities, you should have a lot of white rice on hand, and you might not have as much wild rice. And this recipe allows you to kind of use the most expensive ingredient, wild rice, minimally in the recipe so that you have more at the end. So the first step is done. I've went and purchased all the ingredients for this recipe. Next step is just to start prepping for the meal and the side dish, and I'm going to get started with that. Okay, with any recipe you kind of need to look at what's going to take the longest to cook and start that first. And in this case, it's obviously going to be the rice and the wild rice. So what I've already done is I've already rinsed this rice 3 times and drained it really well. Okay, so that's 1/4 of a cup of rice. I'm going to put that in the bottom of our little saucepan here. And then we'll add our rice right on top. And then we'll add our 2 cups of water. And we'll just bring this up to a quick boil. Okay, so first off, we're just going to go ahead and quickly dice this yellow squash, and I just take the ends off. I'm going to take this bottom piece off, and then we will stand this up, and I just want to do some small slivers down. And then we'll just stack these up here and cross cut. And then we'll cross cut one more time. This is a fine dice. So now that the rice is at a full boil, it takes about 5 minutes. I'm going to put a cover on it, and I'm going to turn it on the lowest setting I can set it at. And we're just going to let it slow simmer. And it should take about 13 to 15 minutes. And you'll know, I'll show you when it's done. But for now, we'll just put it on a low simmer and cover it. Next up, we want to fine dice a red onion, and you might not need all of this. We only need about 2 tablespoons, so I might reserve this piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully cross cut, and I'm not cutting all the way through. I'm leaving about 1/8 of an inch on the tip so that it'll stay together. And you really want to fine dice the red onion, I mean really fine, and this is an easy way to do it. So it's sliced all the way through, but not at the end. So I'm able to pick it up and drop it up. It's not going to fall apart on me. And then we just want to simply cross cut this way and get these really fine red onion pieces. That's what offsets people when they eat food, is sometimes they get a big piece of red onion and it's not very appetizing, but these are little bitty minute pieces. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes and the rice has been simmering and pretty much almost soaked up all the water. If there's just a tad bit left at the bottom, that's just fine. As you can see, it's got a really nice brown and white color, and this is fluffing the rice, what we're doing right here. So since the rice is done now, we're going to go ahead and complete the dish. And as you notice, I haven't added any salt and pepper yet. That'll be added here at the end. Okay, so we want to add the steamed rice to the bowl, and as you can see, that steam is what's going to cook partially steam our zucchini and our red onion, and that's why we want to cut up things small enough where this is going to steam it. So now all that steam is going to partially cook our 3/4 of a cup of yellow onion. Okay, we're going to add our red onion. Okay. Toss all that together really well. Now we're going to add our salt and pepper. Mix it in really good. And last, we'll add our fresh blueberries and our cranberries. And then we'll plate. Really easy dish. And then get some of these fresh blueberries on top as a garnish. Pretty easy. Really flavorful, colorful. Okay, so really easy dish. It's really colorful, flavorful. One of the problems, or one of the hardest things to do, in my opinion, when you're cooking for people is to find that balance of salt versus, you know, certain people want less salt, certain people want more salt. There's a fine line there in between finding the exact amount of salt per, you know, per person's taste buds, right? But what we're trying to do is we're trying to cook healthier, or at least make that attempt to cook healthier. With this dish, you probably have white rice on hand. You might not have a lot of the wild rice on hand. So this, like I said earlier, enables you to extend your amounts of wild rice over a longer period of time. It also allows you to use staples that you might already have. We're replacing the salt with, not all of it, I added a little bit, but we're replacing a lot of it with the sweetness of the blueberries. So hopefully in every bite, someone's going to get a little bit of that citrus flavor from the blueberries. And always remember that more than likely, people are going to add table salt at the table, right? You know how you sprinkle a little bit of salt. People just do it without even thinking about it. So with this dish, to me, it tastes good. It's right on the balance. I possibly need a little bit more salt, but then again, I'm really trying to watch my sodium intake these days. So try to prepare the food where you're going to assume they're probably going to put a little bit of salt anyways on it. Really easy dish. Again, you could have this for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, for a side snack. You could put some meat on top or something. It's a very versatile dish and very easy to make. And that's about it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you're able to do this dish at home and have fun with it. Have fun in the kitchen. You got to have fun in the kitchen. And always remember that when you make mistakes, if you learn from those mistakes, you're the best cook in the world. I thank you again for joining me in my kitchen. Thank you again to the Muskogee Nation of Oklahoma. And have a great day. Miigwech. Take care of yourself and have a great day.